Super, super easy, and my Lord, so much better than most restaurants you go to. Big chunk, about 2 tablespoons of ginger paste. If you got a bunch of garlic cloves, you use a bunch of garlic. You can go to Sam's or Costco or something like that, and you buy the big bag of garlic. Put it in the freezer. They freeze up nice. I'm telling you, it's great. I wish I would have known it years ago. Look at that. What you just do is pull them out, use them, and you got fresh garlic. Obviously frozen, but you know, you get the gist. I do love me some ginger, so it doesn't matter if it's big chunks or not, but I'm gonna kind of fine dice this. We'll dice all this garlic up and we'll just dice it all together. So this is not a recipe. This is just, I've got some stuff, I need to use it. So I'm gonna throw it all together and we're gonna make pork dumplings out of it. And pork and crawfish dumplings, that is. So I've got a pound of crawfish tails. So we're gonna go in with a pound of pork. And I had R&D for somebody for a recipe. So I had an extra pound left over because it didn't take me that long. If you see any big chunks of garlic in there, they're gonna melt because the stuff was frozen. All right. Got a piece of an onion from the other day. I'm gonna put that in there. Traditionally doesn't go in there, but it's gonna give it a little bit more body, a little bit more texture. And like I said, I got stuff I need to use. So I'm gonna cut it thin. Bowl. That's what we got over in the bowl so far. I've got the cilantro over here that I need to use also. We're not measuring stuff. We're just not. Oh, cilantro still has water in it. Let's clean that up. Cilantro is great. It's good in most all cuisines. I like a lot of it. Of course, you don't have to use this much. I'm going for flavor packed, jam packed, little wonton balls of just flavor. Cilantro's $1. Plus, I got some in this tower garden that we just got. So I'm gonna have to start using the cilantro out of the tower garden, just to be honest with you, because this stuff right here is growing like a weed. In no shape or form am I sponsored by Tower Garden, but let me tell you something. That thing's growing out of control. Everything we got in there. We got some kale, we got some dragon stuff, dragon kale, we got jalapenos, ghost peppers. Everything in there is just growing, I mean, literally like a weed. It's crazy. Thyme, oregano, basil, all that stuff. We got a giant jalapeno. Getting our wet ingredients in here. Again, I'm showing you guys what I do. There's no real recipe that I have. It's just call me for a kaki. Whatever, rice seasoning is what we got. This is the kind I like. It's got the bonito flakes, sesame seeds, etc. in there. It's good stuff. We're gonna go with some fish sauce. This is aged 1 year. It smells like cream of fish asshole soup. but it tastes delicious when you cook with it. We're gonna add a little bit of that in there. We're going to add probably about a tablespoon of sesame oil, because I like it a lot. A good amount of vinegar. The reason I like to add all this stuff in here and eyeball it is because just like if you make a pico de gallo or something like that, I want that acid to start working. Start breaking some of this stuff down, start cooking it. Less sodium soy sauce, because God forbid if you get the other ones. I'm just judging this based on what I have in here, and I know how much I'm gonna have for his meat. It's gonna be 2 pounds. I've just done this long enough. This with 1 egg, 2 eggs. I'm not going crazy. I'm just gonna add some salt, pepper, garlic. We've already got most of our other seasonings in there. We're gonna make sure this is seasoned up. You're gonna have a bunch of pork in there and some crawfish that have no seasoning. Let's take this fork here and get this going. And another reason why I like to get this going and kind of get this in here is because I'm gonna shred some cabbage real fine, and I want that cabbage to start breaking down with some of this also. This vinegar. Man, you can smell that right now. Love it. You just can't beat sesame oil. It's just absolutely amazing. And see, this is what I do whenever I cook. I cook the way I feel. So I feel like I want some chili oil in here. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just do what you want to do. I want some chili oil in here and some chilies. I want to take that heat up just a little bit. Because right now, this is what actually makes sense to me right now. And the great thing about cooking is everybody's got their own style. It's like your own little art world, you know? Some people are really, really good at it. Some people are okay at it. Some people just go to McDonald's. So, as long as somebody eats it and you think it's edible, that's fine. See this, how this is brown? I'm gonna take that off. I told you I got vegetables and stuff in here I gotta use. Learn some knife skills. Not only do you impress people, but it's good to know some knife skills, always. Plus, it's kind of relaxing for me. We're gonna take this cabbage right here and throw all of this into our mix. Just like you would like making coleslaw, how the coleslaw kind of breaks down with the acid, same thing. Coleslaw's got that lemon juice or Worcestershire sauce, and you're gonna have some type of vinegar in there, right? So this vinegar will start cooking and start melding with this cabbage here, and making it look a lot more limber and more workable. We have this pork that's left over, so I'm gonna throw this and I've got some crawfish tails I'm about to put in the blender, along with some crawfish tails. A pound of crawfish tails. Yep. We're going to process these a little bit, and then I'll be right back. It's all processed. Not all of it's processed, but it's fine. You get like a little bonus crawfish tail in there. It's all good. We do want this, or I want this the way this is, because I'm going to mix all this stuff up together and I want it to kind of marinate. All right, evidently I have a shit ton of these to do. So it's a pretty big bowl. Let me see. See what. All right, we're going to get cracking on some of these. We're going to cook a couple. You know what? I don't do this all the time, so I'm going to tell you one thing right now. This is not my superpower. Maybe I'm just putting too much in there. When I had egg roll wrappers, it was a lot easier to do the dumpling part of it. So I just cut the dumpling out to shape and then put it together. It's just like anything. If you do it all the time, of course it looks easy. But I don't make these that often. And the only thing I want these things to do, to be honest with you, is stay together until they go in my mouth. If they're cute, or they look halfway like dumplings, then let's go. All right, let's test drive these. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have a bunch of followers, because this is like not traditional at probably all. But you know what? It tastes delicious. Really good. And we hit it with that sauce, which is basically almost the same thing that we did in here. I'm gonna sear these a little bit on the side, and then I'm gonna splash them with some water and get down like that. Now off to the side, I made a little saucy sauce. A little bit of Louisiana Pepper Exchange sriracha, sesame oil. Got a little bit of rice wine vinegar, and then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of this everything bagel, sesame seeds, jalapenos, bell peppers, stuff like that. Give a little bit of crunch, a little bit of seasoning to it. Just something to dip in. Had I would have remembered, I would have took some of that ginger earlier and added it to it. Which I might do that right now. I got some. Add some ginger to it. All right, those things are steaming. Got a little sauce in here. Add a little ginger to it. Everything Bayou Bagel. Why? Because it works. Normally you don't put sriracha in here, but why not? Trying different things. What I like to do, I like to create. Oh yeah, that's gonna go fire with some dumplings. What? With these, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably tend to overcook them a little bit because I just don't know. I haven't done these enough to say, hey, yeah, they're done. They're not done. I don't know when they're steaming like this. So, just gonna let them roll out until I think they're done. Once I think they're done, then we're gonna go to eating mode. So we'll come back when they're done. Yeah, see, I messed them up. Put too much water in there. Put too much water in there. And it's stuck. Just wish it was all together on this one. The rest of them are. The rest of them are all together. We're gonna dip a little saucy sauce right here. Nope, lost that one. See? I guess it would have came up. Just need a little bit of force. That bottom being crispy is a Jamie Jam. Yeah. So we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I don't know how to do these, but I'll tell you right now. Fire. Okay, so take two. We consulted the Thai kitchen. I don't know what exactly her handle is. Evidently, we went far off. We just did a little bit of something a little bit wrong. So we're gonna get vegetable oil for some reason. So we're gonna get this oil going in the pan. Maybe put a little bit more than I did last time. So crispy bottom method, that's what I like. And that's what I kind of went with. All right, some of that oil there, some of this oil here. We're gonna crisp these things up. If you're following along, you can knock everything that I've done because nothing on here is traditional. I promise you that. But I will tell you this: if you do come over to my house and you have these, I promise you, they're absolutely ridiculous. Things are so good. The flavor is just uncanny. I mean, just tons of flavor. And I promise you, you can go to any place where you get dumplings at, you're not going to get the flavor that you got from what we've got here. It's just stupid. And that's all we're about. We're about creating and dumping flavor into everything. We don't want a bland ass food, right? All right, you got a little crisp on the bottom of these. Look at that. Okay, that's what we want. All right, now we're gonna shove these. Still got our heat about 6. A little bit of water. Let's go to town. Maybe I'll just check it. All right, what made me a drinky drink? These are coming off much nicer than the last one. We'll put these over a little bit. Yeah, these are coming out much nicer. I put less filling in them too, so that way these can fold a little bit different way. I was overfilling them last time. What's what we got here? Let's try them out one more time. I'm sure these turned out a lot better than the other ones for us. Like they did for sure holding together. Yeah, that works a lot better. They held together a lot better. Good, good, good. A little bit of sauce there. I'll tell you what, these Asian flavors is crazy good. Look at that. Steam up real nice. Real clean. Let's see if I can get a little zoom in there. Nice and clean, really good. Go for the dip. Delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Look, I didn't measure. You don't have to. Try it. Go by recipe the first time, but after the first time, don't measure anymore. This